What type of rent abatement can you offer on a 15-year term?
None at $12 a square foot. I mean, I'm better off to sell the equipment for whatever. It doesn't matter what I get for it, and rent the space out.
So I shouldn't write the LOI. Randy, my name's Danny. I'm interested in renting some space from you here.
Okay. And who am I speaking to?
Danny. Sorry, I said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. It must have cut out on me.
Not at all. There's a little coin laundromat over here, and that is my business, Randy. That's what I do. I'm interested in renting the space from you if and when the time comes, putting some new equipment in there and making a go of it. My MO is fairly simple. I don't look to buy the business from previous operators. I look to deal direct with landlords. And, you know, sometimes it's a great store and they're paying rent on time. Sometimes the tenants vacate and the landlord is stuck with the operation. I don't really know a lot of the details, but if a rent check makes more sense than collecting coin, maybe this is a match made in heaven.
Okay. Are you from Arizona? Or is it just your number come out of Arizona?
I'm from New York City. This is my cell phone number. We are local.
Okay.
Here, I can't run a laundromat from outside the state. I would love it if I could.
Okay. Do you have a gentleman working for you by the name of Chu?
Yeah, that's my partner. He's not working for me.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Or with you. I didn't mean it that way. I was just wondering because he had called and I talked to him a while ago. Okay. So are you in town or?
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is my cell phone. We live in Winona.
Oh, okay. Great. So I own the building, I own the center, I own the land around it. So there's a lot of history to it. That's all.
There always is.
So anyway, but Chu had said you'd be calling me, so take it from there.
Randy, I want to rent the laundry at a reasonable and commensurate rate. I'd like to spend a ton of money on washers and dryers and advertising and run a successful laundromat. Just depends on what that rate is. As long as we can do a long runway, I need at least 15 years of term. We can bust that up into 5-year options. Because of the money I'm going to be spending on that equipment, you know, that rate needs to make sense for a laundry. I understand you're operating it, so you know as well as I do that we do half our business on Sunday. We kind of play catch up the rest of the week. It's not a glamorous business. It's not sexy. I don't think it's going to make me rich, but if you have enough stores, you can do well. What would be your asking rate of rent?
Well, my business is owning the centers and renting them.
Yep.
So the space, I had one space left. It looks like that's gone tomorrow, so the center will be full. That's irrelevant. But so the average cost is around $23 a square foot is the average cost in that center. It runs from 45 on one side to 38 on the other, and there's I think the lowest rent I have it on is $21 a foot. That's now we're talking about my business. The space itself is about 22 or 2,400 square feet.
Having run the place for a little while, you know that at number one, at your lowest rate, $21 a square foot, we have to be below that. And here's what. Number one, I'm not going to run it the way it is. I have no intention of trying to run this laundromat the way it is. So I will not only have the rent, but the debt service on new equipment. At 2,100 square feet, I'm going to spend probably close to $400,000 on washers and dryers. It is my intent. I love that the center's full. That's a good talking point. It certainly helps bring folks, not necessarily into the laundromat. You might eat next door and you'd never notice a laundromat. It's like fat kids in donut shops. That being said, full center's better for everybody. if you intend to keep a laundry here, I can start at $12 a square foot plus your triple nets. I assume those aren't gross lease rates, are they?
No, common taxes on it, of course.
Yeah.
Each tenant pays common taxes and utilities. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can write this at 12, but I don't want to be ignored. I don't want to take the time and put the energy into it and have you put that thing in the shredder. I mean, you tell me if this laundromat is to remain, the individuals you have on the phone are your best option for a good long-term tenant. You're not stuck with a laundromat when it's a good one. It's not necessarily a loss leader either. I do half, again, I don't want to repeat myself, but I do half my business on Sunday. I play catch up the rest of the week. We are good for the community as we are good for our pocket as well, because we do coat drives in the winter. We do barbecues in the summer. The laundromat has to be part of the community and also earn at the same time. I don't know. Are we still talking?
I'm listening.
Okay.
I've been doing this since 1972. Okay, so I've heard, a lot of different requests. I'll put it that way, and all of it so far has been good for you. I have the center. I don't need a laundromat there. It doesn't matter to me. I've kept it there for my tenants and the community, meaning such as the motel and McDonald's even at times.
Well, you got a chance to run it.
And stuff like that. So
you got a chance to run it. Everybody wants to run a laundromat. I meant,
you're you're talking to one person that, that's not my thing. I did it for a different reason.
Understood.
Not because
what I meant by still talking. So we do $12 a square foot. I'll send you a letter of intent. Yeah. I don't mind emailing you precisely what we need to be successful. I hear you saying, who cares? If it goes away, all boats rise with the tide. My other stores will do better, most certainly. What type of abatement, what type of rent abatement can you offer on a 15-year term?
None at $12 a square foot. I mean, I'm better off to sell the equipment for whatever. It doesn't matter what I get for it, and rent the space out.
So I shouldn't write the LOI?
So probably not at $12, no.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. What did you hear when I asked for the rate?
He said
what I heard was a lot of stumbling and stammering and back talk. Oh, I've been doing this for... Answer the question, bro. What's your rate of rent? Oh, well, our asking was $23 a square foot. The lowest is 21. Okay. I've been doing this. This old man, he might buy a brand new Cadillac every 4 years. He's the guy that comes into the dealership throwing his weight around. I'm the guy that buys a new Cadillac. I'm the motherfucker that sells 30 cars a month. Who knows more about Cadillacs? You, buddy, or me?
Yeah, you would, yep.
So he's running it. He's operating it. He knows that he couldn't allocate $23 or even $21 a square foot to himself, nor should he. Hey, you could offer him $20 a square foot and get it, but that's not how we start.
Yeah.
Oh, people in Minnesota are different, Danny. You're evil. You're hard. You're a bastard. No, as soon as he gives me guff and I'm like, okay, thank you. Boop, goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, on our drive there, we did pass a laundromat, which was completely full. And then the moment we hit his, it was like empty.
But the joke about how I could sell the equipment, let him look into it. So here's what we're going to do. Set your calendar for 3 months. He won't have done anything in 3 months. Nothing. He won't list it for lease. He won't sell the equipment. He won't do all. So in 3 months, we will call him back and I will say, Randy, what's different? What's new? Are you from Arizona? You're very good at taking the notes. I appreciate it a lot. We need to let some time pass.
Okay.
And call him back. And you'll hear, because then I can say, hey, remember me? I remember. Well, it's been 3 months. Did you sell the equipment?
Yeah.
Did you lease the space for $24? Whatever.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.